Hi, everyone. My name is Stephen Washington, and every single month I help you stay grounded and focused through mindfulness and movement. So, in thinking about what to share with you all this month, what kept running through my mind is this idea of perfection and how perfection and perfectionism can get in the way. Perfectionism makes us really hard on ourselves. I mean, are you hard on yourself sometimes? If so, I can totally relate. Through my recovery, I have had to look at my tendency to want to do everything perfect and how that can really get in the way. I remember when I first got sober and started going to meetings, and I would look on the wall and there would be these slogans, and one of the slogans was progress, not perfection. And when I first saw that, I thought, that's interesting. It gave me a sense of relief because it kind of let myself off of the hook of having to try to say the right thing all the time, do the right thing all the time, because that's absolutely impossible. And so there began my lesson around trying to just focus on progress and not perfection. And it's a lesson that I have to keep working at and keep working at. I've had a recent realization about the truth of that recovery wisdom. Uh, After 20 years of being in sobriety, I've been to thousands of meetings. I've worked with multiple sponsors. I've had sponsees. I've done the steps over and over. I've taken other people through the steps. I have read countless recovery books and self-help books, and I've prayed and I've meditated. I've done yoga and Qigong. I've done all these things. I've even gone to therapy. And all these things still left me feeling like something was missing. Something was still a block between myself and um, the deepest parts of myself and tapping into true happiness and joy. And what I realized was missing was focusing on trauma, working on trauma. A lot of us have been through trauma. I love that trauma is a conversation that we're having nationally and internationally. It's a thing and it's something that we all need to be aware of and also heal from. And so I've begun my own journey around that, and it's been life-changing. So it's reminded me that it takes what it takes, and that things unfold in a time that's not always the time that I would imagine it would be. But whenever things unfold, it's in the time that they should unfold in. And I'm reminded that progress is more important than perfection, which is absolutely impossible, right? I'm a perfectly imperfect being, as are you. So if you find yourself being really hard on yourself, trying to do everything perfectly, I want to remind you that you'll never do everything perfectly, and that's okay. Trust that and be easy on yourself. Be easy on yourself. Okay, so I have a movement that I think that will help us drop into the present moment and be much more gentle, kind, and loving to ourselves. And this movement is called the flowing motion. So I invite you to stand with your legs and feet about shoulder width apart, soften your knees and lengthen your spine. You're going to take your arms down by the sides of your body, and you're going to lift them up in front of you until they're shoulder height, shoulder width, with your palms facing up. And then you'll rotate your arms and hands and float them down. Let's add breath to this. So you'll inhale as you float your arms up, and exhale as you float your arms down. You can breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your nose. Inhale as you float your arms up, and exhale as you float your arms down. You can even add a little lift in your heels as you float your arms up. And then lower your heels as you lower your arms down. Exhale. So really dropping into the present moment, dropping into the flow, flowing from one moment into the next, one breath into the next breath, one movement into the next movement. Let's do this twice more. Last time. And relax. Go ahead and close your eyes for a moment. And just notice what you feel. You might notice a tingling sensation in your arms and your hands. Okay, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in for March, and I have a few great things I need to tell you about. So first is my SWE monthly membership. It's affordable, accessible wellness content such as Pilates, Qigong, dance, laughter, and other healing practices to help you live a more conscious and joyous life. Also happening very soon is my 30 Days of Well-Being. It's an online course launching on March 15th. 30 days of daily Qigong practices and other self-care tools that will help you improve your overall well-being. Recovering You, Soul Care and Mindful Movement for Overcoming Addiction, my book that came out in November of last year. It's doing very well. I'm so happy that it's helping so many people. So I encourage you to go out there and get yourself a copy. You can find it on Amazon, and you can also find it on the shelves of Barnes & Noble, and maybe even in local bookstores. If you don't see it on the shelves, ask them to order you a copy. The Recovering You newsletter, sign up below and receive my free Sober Soldier meditation. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my videos. All the links are located below for all of my offerings, and I thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful month.